fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Broncos will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it up. It's Marion. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Change this route. Dropping back. It's back. Fires to the brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
Now on first down from the 28. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go right back to it. Moves through a tackle. Down the little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that side.
As Boise State crowd bringing the noise, it's definitely here. It's Fletcher. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball.
Hunt is in the air on 4th down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Snap in the middle, it's Marshall.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff from the back. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
A first down for the offense.
Time to shine, fellas!
Give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And the Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They go to the ground. Drives through the defense. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
The Broncos are facing 3rd and inches. To the air, it's Madison. He was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Broncos will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I can't believe what I want. Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
And the Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. Just making the play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to the ground. Line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's back. Here goes hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's a ball. Couldn't quite hang on to that one in this red zone defense. Getting that close to forcing the turnover. 3rd down coming up.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone and get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. It's a draw. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So they'll send out the field goal unit from the left hash. And this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to hit. What a disappointment. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll ride his man in the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Matt. Grabbed in the middle. Running inside the 20. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
The Broncos will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires and leads it. Into the hallelujah.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his own target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They had a chance to talk over
touch short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Here's to the big foul. Just steamrolling the defense. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Nice job after the catch by the tight end. Able to make a guy miss and go get extra yards.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll get there. A screen downfield. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him.
Start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Marion. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Scanning the field. It's back. It's complete on the right side. Takes him into bus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6
comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass. It's back. Right down the middle. It's a tie in down the gut. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Hurricanes line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, as a quarterback, it's going to be tough throwing comeback routes against this guy. He does such a good job breaking on the ball, and he's able to swat it away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target. But then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throwing right. He's got it. And he found
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Broncos are on the move.
Obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're dealing with a second and long. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Broncos come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the back. He'll be wrestled out to about the 7-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work.
To this lead already. Everything right now Palmer going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass. It's back.
This guy is lightning fast. You see him come out of the break on the slant. QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
And the Hurricanes can really attack on this second and short. Give to the single back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now he's looking down. He's looking over on the sideline like, show it again. Throw me the ball. I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Canes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. It's been great. It's the same way. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
They're running on first and goal.
He's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marion. Smacks it with a stiff arm. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
Really, this? You can do better than this. That was terrible.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Looking to the big tight end.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And now this offense will take the field again.
Flag.
Back to pass, it's Madsen. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Seriously,
Can't we score? What is the deal? You can do better than that.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the last play, they'll go back to the end. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
I can't believe what I'm watching. They're better than this.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
right there, baby.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on top. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Again, wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Madsen. Fires to the end zone. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Marion. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the corner.
Sacked at the 12. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Hard running there. They bring him down with a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable. They've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's back. Unleashes one. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage.
They boot it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. Keep it rolling, ready? That's it.
Wants to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Madison. Throws to the wideout. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Seriously, was that even a play?
And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
A lot of smiles smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. They'll run the option. The pitch. Finding open areas. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like, it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like, you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on first and goal. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
Well, he's had the hot hand. 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paulo.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal.
That's it. Keep the pressure on him, Ho. Let's go.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and third and long.
Military start.
They'll go to the ground. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive, Dave?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Going right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
No son nadie. Para esos güeyes. Before he breaks through.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a man. It's back. Unloads to the wideout. On top. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Let's go. Keep the ball moving. Razor.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He was on his
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The snap sets up the throw. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense now, forcing a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone.
Here we go.
The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Looking for a man. It's back. Reaches to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Quick strike through the air for the score. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Way to make the play. Yeah, that's how it's done.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field.
Yeah, but they're still my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
And the Broncos have a lot of options on 2nd and inches.
Cookie. You can make a play here. Just be patient.
Back to pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off his scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose. His man downfield. He's into the open down the middle.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the Broncos trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Gives him a big stiff arm. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw. It's fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit. Just not enough of that today.
Picked off. What a way to set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Space. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it. They want to take it here. They'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21.
Ready.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking for room. It's Sherrod. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the 4th quarter. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoil.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse,